He has more than 150 films to his name and 4 Academy Award nominations. He is one of the most versatile and celebrated actors of our time, known for captivating performances in The Lighthouse and Spider-Man. Now he's reuniting with director Robert Eggers for a reimagining of the iconic vampire tale Nosferatu. Let's take a look.
This creature is a force more powerful than evil. Its desire is to consume all life on Earth. Only you can redeem us. He is coming.
Scary and creepy there. Welcome back, friend of the show, the legendary Willem Dafoe. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Dafoe. All right, so tell us about your character here, Professor Albin.
I play Von Franz, and he's someone that's called in to help them with their problems. I mean, Ellen, she appears to be possessed. There's a plague, and there's this shadow of this Nosferatu coming. And I've come to really tell them what's going on and how we can take care of this, because they're really in denial about the dark side of things, something I know something about.
This is your 3rd collaboration with director Robert Eggers. Yes. What keeps you going back to his style, his vision?
He's a great filmmaker. He works in a very rooted and detailed way. He designs these beautiful long shots that are very fluid and real challenging, and a great help to an actor, because you really have to stay in it, because you have this double focus of not only the things that your character is doing, but all these technical things that you have to keep in mind, because they're quite intricate. And you go on his set, and they're so detailed that he makes a world that really tells you what to do. So you can really concentrate on being there, receiving the story, and playing with the other actors.
Bill Skarsgård plays Count Orlok in the film. This has been done a few times. What do you feel is unique about what he brings to the film?
Well, basically the look. I mean, Rob talks about, you know, there have been lots of vampire movies and all kinds of vampires, and they're getting a little soft and charming, and he wanted a scary vampire again. And this is basically a dead Romanian nobleman. So he wanted him to look like that, not like a suave English guy in a, you know, in black tie. He wanted a dead Romanian nobleman. So the design is very much that.
The director recently thanked SpongeBob for introducing him to the idea of Nosferatu, the flickering lights at the Krusty Krab. Let's take a look. So this, he was saying,
rolling over in his grave, turning over in his grave.
The director was suggesting that this helped to introduce younger audiences to the original movie, which really is credited by many as being one of the first horror movies ever. Of course, it was a silent film.
Yes.
How did you first learn about it?
Well, first of all, I got to say, he watched the film when he was 9 years old and has been obsessed by it ever since. I saw it, I don't know exactly when I first saw it, but I made a movie in 2000 called Shadow of the Vampire, and I played Max Schreck. It was a movie about making the movie of Nosferatu. So I watched the original film a lot because we lifted a lot of sequences from that. So I basically started, you know, preparing by copying Max Schreck. It was a logical thing to do.
And lastly, you've said that Eggers' version of Nosferatu is like a love story. Now, most people are not going to look at this and see a love story. What are you seeing?
There's an interesting, you know, kind of love triangle between Ellen, her husband, who doesn't quite get her but loves her dearly, and this demon lover character who has a thing for her. And she has called him by reaching out to this other site, this other dimension, this other plane. And her husband doesn't quite get that. Nosferatu gets it, but it's a pretty toxic relationship, let's face it, and has no future. So, you know, there's a push and pull, and with a little abstraction, I think we can all relate to this triangle.
Willem Dafoe, what a pleasure.
Okay,
Thank you
great.
so
Thanks
much for the conversation. Want to let our viewers know Nosferatu will be in theaters Christmas Day.